Brent's Forbidden Ground, 1990 to 1992. Brent Spiner laid on his bed and dreamed of Gail that October day in 1990. He looked out his window from his Toyota at his Paramount Studios parking lot, and the tall toothpick palms with their leaves just tufts at the top seemed motionless. The Southern California dry heat bore down on his head. His Gail, no doubt, felt a cold, crisp breeze when she ventured outdoors from her apartment in Linwood, Washington. If he walked beside her, he'd see snow-capped peaks, not the dusky, far-off California mountains, which he could barely make out because of the smog. These California mountains only served to remind him that this Gail, perhaps, was only a glorious figment of his imagination. For over a year he called her with the number she gave him in her letters. Brent had fallen in love with his fan, a nobody housewife and mother who bared to him a soul far from ordinary. God, he couldn't get this woman out of his mind. Of course he never talked to her, just called her number and heard her say, "Hello?" Because he said nothing when he phoned her, she hung up on him. He just wanted to hear her voice. Despite millions of letters from fans, her photo and words stood out. From 1989 to 1990, he fell in love with a fan from his fan mail. She described in her letters to him what she felt raged in his heart, and the dreams he longed for, and what her thoughts were about life and how life could bring meaning and purpose through her heart caressing his. No, those weren't her exact words, but it was her heart. She somehow felt the innermost longings of his heart, and with those words fulfilled his deepest longings. His long, thin fingers caressed the pillow he held, imagining the pillow as her breast. His slender, feeling mouth wisped across the pillow, as if taking in her softness and womanliness from afar, soaking in dreams of loving her, of kissing her body. He sensed fires behind her soft eyes and longed to fuel them. To find his solace for the day, he began looking for her letters through the pile. She had no idea how much he longed to read her words. Something about her face, something in her eyes, in that photo she sent him, such sweet softness, such womanliness and courage. When she finally heard from him in August 1990 and made a tape for him, and he heard her sing, he was smitten. It was over for him. He would dream of Gail for the rest of his life. And that's the opening to my new nonfiction novel called The Forbidden Abyss. Often you can tell what a book is like by reading the chapter headings, and it's true with this book. So hold on just a minute. So I'll go ahead and read you the chapter headings to give you a gist or overview of the book. 1990 to 1992, Brent's Forbidden Ground. It's divided up into 3 sections. The first section is called Brent's Forbidden Ground and opens up with a chapter entitled 1990 to 1992. Next chapter, September 1992, The Stalker for a Lifetime. Next chapter, The Northridge Earthquake, 1992 to 1995. Next chapter, Laurie's Birthday Bash at Spago's. That's a restaurant. 1996 to 1997. Next chapter titled Catherine the Great and King David, 1040 BC to 2013 AD. Next chapter entitled The Vatican Agent, 1998 to 1999. Next chapter entitled Gail Divorces Her Husband, 2000 to 2001. Next chapter, Brent Spiner Returns, 2006 to 2011. Next section entitled Vladimir and Catherine the Great. The first chapter in this section is titled 2000, The Kursk Submarine Disaster. Believe me, you're going to get some stuff in this book that you won't read anywhere else. the news that should be reported. Next chapter, Vladimir's Wife Who Never Died, 2001 to 2002. Next chapter, The Marriage List, 2003 to 2011. The next section is entitled Quebec Trial. The first chapter in this section is called Brent Spiner's Leap of Courage in 2011. Next chapter, Jesus Christ Prepares for His Entrance. Next chapter, The Jesuit Empire Strikes. Next chapter, Gail Bares Her Heart. Next one, The Most Important Trial in History. Next chapter entitled The International Trial Begins. Next chapter entitled The Verdict. And then the last chapter is entitled The Execution. Surprise, surprise, my book is finished. And it's actually a biography of the love life of Brent Spiner and Vladimir Putin and myself. The Kindle version of The Forbidden Abyss is going to be $8.99 in the United States. It will be available in Europe and Japan as well. It's my book is 350 packed pages. The paperback will be out soon. I think the United States version will be out within a week. And that one's going to cost $10.99. This book will also be available in Europe, and the Kindle version will be available in Japan. This book is a very accurate biography of the love life of myself, Brent Spiner, Vladimir Putin, and of Jesus Christ. But it's so accurate that right now Brent is using this book in court against Laurie McBride. Brent Spiner has taken Laurie McBride to court, and he's trying to get the death penalty for her. And one of his key pieces of evidence is the book that I just put up, that I'm putting up this week at Amazon. Right now it's only available at Amazon, but my men will probably contact me and see if it's going to get distributed elsewhere. I have been told that there are some major retailers that are interested in carrying this. This is part one of what I believe is going to be a 4-part series. And it's a biography, and kind of like a memoir biography. And I'm going to advertise it as a Brent Spiner, Vladimir Putin biography, because that's what it is. I'm going to try to put out a book every 6 months. So this is for part one. Part two, I'm aiming to finish that February or March 2014. And then 6 months from that, that'll be part three. I think there's going to be 4 parts. I'm going to cover, the next book is going to go from September to February 14, 2012, which is when Jesus Christ showed up to beat up Satan. And then the next book after that's probably going to be from Valentine's Day 2012 to, I'd say very close to the time when I became unemployed. And then the next one's probably going to go from my time, from about summer of, actually, I'm not sure. Okay, but anyways, this book now is pretty interesting, and there's a lot of courtroom drama in here, and love scene drama, and rape drama. It's a true story, and I tried to write it like a novel. So I'm going to also have ordering information available at my website, gabrielchana.com, and the link for that is right here at this YouTube channel. And so just click on the link at my website, and it'll take you to ordering information. And you can also go to amazon.com and do a search under Gabriel Chana or Gail Chord Schuler. See if I can get out of here. If I can get out of here, man. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. No, Lord, it's just not letting me out of here. Let me see if I can get out of here. Oh, Zach Knight is really messing with my computer. I do not like